Hello friends, welcome again. In this session, I want to talk about distinct keyword, right? Which is also very important keyword, right? So let's say I talk about the customers table, select star from customers. Select star from customers and we have these results. Okay. Now I just want to understand that from which different states the customer join, right? So for example, I have customer state, right? So there will be a lot of states here. I by mistake sorted it. 1 minute. Okay, right? So you see a lot of customer states. I want to understand from which different states I have customers. So how do I do? I can say select customer state from customers. So this will only give me that particular column, but like there are 12,435 records and some of these states will be repeating. For example, you see CA here, right? California, CA here, because there might be multiple customers from California, but I want California to be displayed only one time, each state to be displayed only one time. For example, I want to say that I have customers from these 50 states, right? How do I get that to get this query to that stage? So I can say select distinct, right? Customer state from customers. So I use the word distinct here and select distinct customer state. That means I want to apply this distinct on customer state column. So let's see. And you can see I am getting 44 rows. That means 44 states are there. I am getting this 44 states, right? So these are the 44 states from where I have customers. Now, how do I get a count of it? I can say, I can just take this and say count. Select count, distinct customer state from customers. That will give me how many different states from how many different states I have customers, right? Right? Select count and remember that this parenthesis has to be just near to that count, right? If I give a space, then again this generally gives issues. So count, because count is a function which takes in this, right? So you can just run this and you see answer is 44. But you see column name is count distinct customer state, right? This entire thing has become one column. So I can say as uh, states or as count or total count, or instead I should say distinct count, better word, right? So that I understand it's a distinct count. So you can see 44. I just put it here. Okay. So distinct is like different values, unique values. How many unique values are there, like that? uh, Same way I can do for customer city. City is another column, customer city. From how many different cities I have customers? 562 cities, right? 562 different cities I have customers. I hope this makes sense. Almost the same thing. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, let's say I want to apply distinct on more than one column. Right now, I was applying distinct only on one column. I can apply it on more than one column also. So for that, let me do one thing. I have a new employees table, and that's why I'm mentioning underscore new, because earlier also we have created, so you do not get confused. I'm creating a new employees table, and I have ID, which is auto increment, name, that means employee name, department, and role, right? And then I'm inserting some values. ID will be auto increment. So let me just run this. Okay, create statement. I already have it, so I will drop this. Drop table employees new. In your case, you will not have it. but I have, so I am dropping this, right? Now I will create this particular table, employees new table, and I will insert these records. I'm inserting only name, department, and role. I'm not inserting the ID because that will be auto increment. So let me just add this. Let me add this. Okay, fine, inserted. Let me now see the values inside this. Select star from, okay, employees new, and I see the values starting from 1 but auto incrementing by 2. You remember last time when we changed that auto increment to 2, right? If you can recall, that's what we did. So if we want, we could have changed this auto increment. Let's say we could say set, if you remember the command set at auto auto increment, what was it, increment, right? This was the thing, and we initially set it to 2, that's why it's incrementing by 2 always. So let me make it 1. Let me make it 1. Okay, I have done that. And now let me do one thing. Let me delete the records from this employees table. Delete from employees new. I'm removing all the records. I'm not giving a where clause, so it will delete all the records, right? Now what I will do, I will insert this again. I'll insert this again. Okay, done. Now I say select star from employees new. Now I should see that it should be 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay, so I think this last time it would have captured this value 20, right? Because we inserted in that. So what we could have even done is alter table employees auto increment. So let me quickly do one thing. So why this is 20? Because earlier we inserted the records and it would have captured it that till this point we have inserted. So what we will do is drop table employees new, right? Drop table employees new. Okay, now I will recreate this table. I will recreate this table, and now I will insert the records. Now this should be all perfect the way I want. Okay, so I just take this, select star from employees new. Now it should be perfect, 1, 2, 3, 4, like the way I wanted it to be done, right? Now, what I want from this is, I want, if I want a count of all the employees, I can say select count star from employees new. That's fine. Now, what I want is, I want distinct of department and role. Distinct of based on department and role, right? So, if you see here, what I can do is, what I can do, I can say select distinct distinct, and what columns I want to do distinct on, department and role, comma role. That means on the combination of these two columns it will give me distinct, right? You can just have a look of what I'm saying. For example, you see sales representative, this is a, I mean, duplicated across both these columns, so this will only be shown to me once, right? So you can see this sales representative is only shown once, right? So it does not check individual column, rather a combination of two columns, right? And if both the columns are duplicated, then it will kind of remove that and it will show you only once. So we can do distinct based on a combination of multiple columns also. I have shown two, you can do it for 3, 4, 5, 6, everything, right? Whatever you want. I rather paste it here. I hope this is fine, right? Now what if I want a count of these records? I can say count, right? Count is a function, and I just take it like this. Select count, distinct department. Okay, so it has to start with this directly, right? If I give a space, it's a issue, right? So now I get the count, which is 8. I get the count. That means for each department, like department and role, there are 8 combinations. There are 8 different combinations for departments and roles. Okay, fine. Now let's say what I want is I want, let me do a select star first. Select star from employees new, just to see what my data is, and then I will build again some more scenarios. Okay, so now if I want to check whether any of the rows is fully duplicated or not, fully duplicated, then I can say select distinct id. I can give all the columns: id, comma, name, comma, department, comma, role, right? This is how I can give, and this will tell or remove any of the duplicate rows which is fully duplicated. In our case, do we have anything which is fully duplicated? No, right? So it should give us the same results. It should give us the same results. Okay. uh, okay, now I mean, we could have done it for 3 columns also if required, but that's how you kind of understand that, right? I hope we are good. Now, let me try showing you some more scenarios. So, whatever students table you have, if you have a students table, please drop it. Drop table students. If you have a students table, please drop it, right? So you remember you created a students table and courses table. So I think might be the enrollment table was there, which is a parent table or something, right? So you have to drop some other table before dropping this. You can just check that out. In my case, it was different. So now I want to create a new students table, which is different than whatever we have created earlier. Now let's say, for example, I teach courses, right? I take trainings. So if I want to have a students table, I might have a student ID, which is auto increment, first name, last name, which have to be there, cannot be null. Middle name can be null because not everyone has that, right? So that's where I am not mentioning not null. Then email again should not be null. Phone number should not be null. Student alternate phone number, that can be null because someone has provided the first phone number, then this might not be there. Years of experience. So while someone is joining, I just want to know the years of experience they have. Again, it cannot be null. Student company, which company they are working, right? Batch date, for which batch they have enrolled. Source of joining, whether they got to know about me through YouTube, LinkedIn, Google, or what platform, right? And location, from which city they are working, right? Might be they are in Bangalore, Pune, Hyderabad, or they are, let's say, in San Francisco, San Jose, right, outside, whatever. And the primary key is student ID here, which is auto increment. And the unique key, I mean, there would be email ID which will be unique, let's say. So student email. So let me create this table. Let me create this table, and consider this table is for the students who join my program, and I collect these details from them. So I have created the students table, right? Now let me insert some records. You can see, for example, I will show you one record: Amit Sharma, first name, last name, middle name I am not giving because it can be null also. Email ID, phone number, right, number of years of experience, company where this person is working, for which batch they have enrolled. Let's say right now we are in the 2024, but let's say this person joined in or joined for this batch. I'm teaching big data and data engineering related stuff from 2018 onwards. So let's consider 2021, right? And this person got to know about me through LinkedIn, and stays in Bangalore. Likewise, I am giving some more insert statements. Let me quickly run all these inserts without thinking much, right? Okay. Okay, I have run all these insert statements. Auto commit is on. So let me say select star from students just to get a feel of what data I have. And you can see we have this eight students: Amit, Priya, Rahul, Anjali, Vikram, right? And you can see all of this stuff. Years of experience is also there, company is also there, source of joining. That means how did they get to know about me, like LinkedIn, Google, Quora, Friend, YouTube, like that. From which city they are working right now, or in which city they are working, all of that. Fine. So this looks fine. Now, let's say I want to find uh, five candidates with highest experience, right? Five candidates with the highest experience, right? So what I want is from students table, five candidates with highest experience who have joined my classes, right? How do I do that? Select star from students where uh, instead of where, order by years of experience, right? DESC, right? If I give, it will sort it based on years of experience. You can see here. Now I just want five, so I can say limit five. Limit five, isn't it? So these are the candidates with highest experience. I'll just write this here. Okay. Now I want to get the candidates with third highest and fourth highest experience. Or let's say, yeah, uh, let's say I want fourth highest and fifth highest candidates with fourth highest experience and fifth highest experience. That means among this, I would need 14 and 12. This one, uh, Ravi and Rahul. How do I get that? How do I get that? So instead of just saying limit 5, we can say limit, if I say 0, that means starting from first row. So if I say 1, starting from second row. If I say 2, starting from third row. And how many rows I want? Let's say, so it should be 3. That means starting from fourth row, and I want 2 rows, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3. Starting from this, and I want 2 rows. So this row and this row. So let's see. This has given me 14 and 12, right? So you see, Ravi has fourth highest experience, Rahul has fifth highest experience, right? If I say, let's say 0 to 2, that means two people with the most experience, right? So because 0 means it will give the toppest one, 1 means it will give the second one, 2 means it will give me the third, from third record onwards, like that. And this second parameter means how many rows we want from there. So 2 comma 2 means that from third record, first record is 0, second record is 1, third record is 2. So third record I want, from there I want 2 records. So 3 and 4. So with third and fourth highest experience will be this, right? So kind of you would understand that, I guess. So for fourth we have uh, 3, right? And 2, like that. I hope this makes sense. Now let's say if I give this command, if I give this 2 comma 3, what does it mean? What does it mean? So candidate with third highest, fourth highest, and fifth highest experience, isn't it? Because it starts from third row, right? So third row means third highest experience, and then next is fourth highest, and next is fifth highest. Totally 3 rows we want. right? So this is there in the limit clause. Okay. Now let's say what if I want three candidates with least experience? So if I would not use the word DEST, I will say limit three. Three candidates with least experience, right? 3 years, 6 years, and 8 years. I'll just put it there. Three candidates with least experience, right? Okay. Now I will just say select star from students just to understand my data again. Now what I want to know that from which locations my candidates are joining, right? From which locations they are enrolling, right? So I can say select distinct location from students. Select distinct location from students. So my candidates are, let's say, enrolling from Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Pune. Note, this is sample data. My candidates are enrolling from 18 different countries all across the world, right? So, I mean, this is just sample data just to show you something. So, from different locations, okay. Uh, Now, let's say from which platforms they are getting to know about me, right? So, we have source of joining, right? So, select distinct source of joining. That means from what different platforms they are getting to know about me. So let's see LinkedIn, Google, Quora, Friends, that means referrals, and YouTube. So kind of you will understand the use case of distinct, right? It's like I'm not technically hard. I'm running the same query, but I'm showing you the use cases where you can use, right? Sometimes the requirement is okay from which all places we have customers, right? From which all places or how exactly customers are getting to know about us, what all places are there, like that. Okay. Okay, so I will just say select star from student, and also I want to check from which companies or in which companies my students are working, right? So I can say select distinct student company from students, and my students are working in Walmart, Flipkart, Google, Microsoft, TCS, and Wipro. Simple, right? So this kind of you would have understood very well. Now I have a requirement where I want to know that from which sources the five most experienced candidates have got to know about me. That means people who have joined, there would be five highest experienced candidates. How did they get to know about me? Right? From which sources the five most experienced experienced candidates got to know about me, like who have enrolled, right? Five candidates who have the highest experience, like 20 years, 18 years, like how did they get to know about me, right? From which source they get to know, right? So we have to write a query for that. How to write? We can say select source of joining, right? That's how they get to know about me, like LinkedIn, YouTube, and all. From students, from students, where, right? uh, Not where, order by years of experience, right? DESC, descending order, limit 5, right? So actually you see that if I just say select star from students, order by years of experience, descending order, limit 5, this will give me five most experienced candidates, all their details. But I'm just interested in source of joining. So I'll just copy this, right? So let me run this one. I'll break this down. Okay. Let's see. So two of the candidates got to know about me about from YouTube, one from friend and two from Google, right? So through LinkedIn, let's say I'm analyzing that, okay, from LinkedIn they have not got to know about me. So higher experienced candidates do not get to know about me through LinkedIn, right? That's the kind of analysis I am doing here with this sample data, let's say, right? Okay. Now I actually wanted to understand just the sources like YouTube, friend, and Google. It's coming up multiple times. Can I use a distinct? Right? By the way, you see, I am doing order by based on a column which is not there in select. Is that allowed? Yes, we learned that in order by you can use a column name which is not as part of select statement. That's fine. But can I do a distinct here now? Because I wanted YouTube once, friend once, Google once, right? I do not want YouTube to repeat two times. Can I do a distinct? And you will see this will start giving me error. This will not work. This will not work, right? So I'll talk about why it's not working. So there is always something that you have to be careful when using distinct, right? When using distinct and order by. So I'll just write this. The below query, the below query will not work, right? And that's where I'm saying, if I'm just removing distinct, it was working. Now I thought if I sorry I thought if I give distinct, it will do a distinct easy, right? But problem is there, when we use distinct and order by together, then we have to be careful, and I will talk about it later, right? So combination of distinct and order by is not going to work, is not going to work. That's what I have shown you. That's what I have shown you right now, right? And that we will understand why it's not working. It's a very important interview question too. And when I talk about the internals in my next session, you will understand this much better, right? So everything was working fine. In my order by, I am using a column name which I have not used in select. Then it's fine. It was working. But the moment I use distinct, things failed. So the problem is with the combination of distinct and order by, right? And this does not work, and you will understand why it does not work. Why it does not work, right? So with this, we have covered quite a lot. What you understood is, right, that there you have to be cautious when using distinct and order by. It does not work, and the reason is something. When I talk about internals in my next session, you will understand this much better, because it has to do something with the execution flow, the order of execution, right? It has to do something with the order of execution, and the moment you understand that, then you will be able to relate that why this has failed, right? So with this, we are good. In this session, we have learned distinct, and we have covered a bunch of examples that should have given you a lot of clarity, I believe, right? So with this, let me end the session, and I hope you liked it. Thanks a lot.